Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Do you ever find yourself staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m., your mind racing, wondering why you woke up again? You're not alone. Waking up in the middle of the night is incredibly common, but it's also incredibly frustrating. It robs you of restorative sleep, leaving you feeling groggy, irritable, and just not yourself the next day. But what if I told you that with a few simple, actionable changes, you could start sleeping soundly through the night? Well, stick around because today, we're diving deep into the science-backed strategies to help you conquer those midnight wake-ups and reclaim your sleep. First things first, let's understand why this happens. Our sleep isn't one long, continuous state. We cycle through different stages of light and deep sleep throughout the night. It's actually normal to have brief awakenings between these cycles. The problem isn't the waking up itself, but the inability to fall back asleep quickly. This can be triggered by a whole host of things, from stress and anxiety to what you ate for dinner. One of the biggest culprits is a dysregulated body clock, or circadian rhythm. Your body has an internal 24-hour clock that tells it when to be awake and when to be sleepy. When this clock is out of sync, your body might get confused and decide it's time to be alert in the middle of the night. So how do we reset this internal clock? The most powerful tool we have is light, specifically getting bright light exposure first thing in the morning. As soon as you wake up, try to get at least 10 to 15 minutes of direct sunlight. Open your curtains, have your coffee on the porch, or go for a short walk. This morning light sends a powerful signal to your brain, anchoring your circadian rhythm and telling your body, "Hey, the day has officially started." This helps to create a stronger, more consistent sleep-wake cycle, making it less likely you'll pop awake when you're supposed to be in a deep slumber. It's such a simple habit, but it can make a world of difference. Conversely, we need to manage our light exposure in the evening. Bright lights at night, especially the blue light from our phones, tablets, and TVs, can trick our brains into thinking it's still daytime. This suppresses the production of melatonin, the hormone that makes us feel sleepy. So, a crucial step is to create a digital sunset. About 90 minutes before you plan to go to bed, start dimming the lights in your home. Turn off overhead lights and use warm, low-wattage lamps instead. And most importantly, put away those screens. I know, it's tough, but scrolling through social media or watching one more episode is one of the worst things you can do for your sleep. If you absolutely must use a screen, use a blue light filtering app or wear blue light blocking glasses. Let's talk about your bedroom environment. Think of your bedroom as a sanctuary for sleep, and only sleep. It should be cool, dark, and quiet. The ideal temperature for sleep is surprisingly cool, around 18 to 20 degrees Celsius, or 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. A hot room can disrupt sleep and cause more frequent awakenings. Invest in some good blackout curtains or a comfortable sleep mask to block out any intrusive light. And for noise, if you live in a busy area, consider using a white noise machine, a fan, or even earplugs to drown out sounds that might jolt you awake. Creating this perfect sleep cave tells your body that this space is for rest and nothing else. Now, let's look at what we're putting into our bodies. Two major sleep disruptors are caffeine and alcohol. Caffeine has a long half-life, meaning it can stay in your system for many hours. That afternoon coffee you think you need to get through the day could be the very thing waking you up at 2 a.m. A good rule of thumb is to avoid all caffeine at least 8 to 10 hours before bedtime. And alcohol? It might make you feel drowsy and help you fall asleep initially, but it's a trap. As your body metabolizes the alcohol, it disrupts your sleep architecture, particularly REM sleep, and often causes you to wake up in the second half of the night. If you want to sleep through, it's best to limit or avoid alcohol, especially close to bedtime. What about that midnight snack? Waking up from hunger is a real thing, but so is waking up because your digestive system is working overtime. Eating a large, heavy, or spicy meal too close to bed can cause indigestion and discomfort that pulls you out of sleep. If you do get hungry in the evening, opt for a small, light snack that contains a mix of complex carbs and a little bit of protein, like a small bowl of oatmeal or a piece of fruit with a few almonds. This can help stabilize your blood sugar throughout the night, preventing those hunger-induced awakenings without overwhelming your system. And make sure you're well hydrated during the day, but try to taper off your fluid intake an hour or two before bed to avoid a full bladder waking you up. Okay, let's address the elephant in the room: stress and a racing mind. For so many of us, the moment our head hits the pillow, our brain decides it's the perfect time to review every embarrassing thing we've ever done and create a to-do list for the next decade. This is a huge reason for both difficulty falling asleep and waking up in the night. To combat this, you need a wind-down routine. This is a non-negotiable ritual that signals to your mind and body that it's time to power down. This could be 30 to 60 minutes of calming activities before bed. Things like reading a physical book not on a screen, listening to calming music, gentle stretching, or taking a warm bath or shower. A warm bath can be especially effective as the subsequent drop in your body temperature helps to trigger sleepiness. Another powerful technique is journaling. Keep a notepad by your bed. Before you turn off the light, spend 10 minutes doing a brain dump. Write down everything that's on your mind, your worries, your to-do list for tomorrow, anything and everything. The act of getting it out of your head and onto paper can be incredibly freeing. It's like telling your brain, I've acknowledged these thoughts. They're safe here on this paper and I'll deal with them tomorrow. Now, we can rest. This simple practice can significantly reduce the mental chatter that wakes you up. Meditation and deep breathing exercises are also fantastic tools. Apps like Calm or Headspace have guided sleep meditations that can teach you to quiet your mind and relax your body. Now, what should you do when you do wake up in the middle of the night? The absolute #1 rule is, do not look at the clock. Clock watching only creates anxiety. You start calculating how much sleep you're losing, which raises your stress levels and makes it even harder to fall back asleep. So, turn your clock away from you. If you've been awake for what feels like 20 or 30 minutes and you were just tossing and turning, get out of bed. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but staying in bed while feeling frustrated and anxious trains your brain to associate your bed with wakefulness. Go to another room, keep the lights as low as possible, and do something boring and relaxing. Read a dull book, listen to soft music, or do some gentle stretches. Only return to bed when you start to feel sleepy again. Finally, consistency is your superpower. Your body thrives on routine. Try to go to bed and wake up at the same time every single day, even on weekends. Yes, even on weekends. Sleeping in on Saturday might feel good in the moment, but it can throw your body clock out of whack, making it harder to fall asleep on Sunday night and wake up on Monday morning. This is often called social jet lag. By maintaining a consistent sleep schedule, you reinforce your circadian rhythm, making your sleep-wake cycle more robust and less prone to nighttime disruptions. It's one of the most effective long-term strategies for deep, uninterrupted sleep. So there you have it, a comprehensive guide to sleeping through the night. It's not about finding one magic bullet. It's about building a collection of healthy habits that work together to support your body's natural sleep processes. Start small. Pick 1 or 2 of these tips, like getting morning sunlight or creating a wind-down routine, and practice them consistently. As you start to feel the benefits, you can gradually incorporate more. Remember, improving your sleep is a journey, not a race. Be patient and kind to yourself along the way. Your well-rested, energized future self will thank you for it. Thank you so much for watching today. I really hope these tips help you get the restful night's sleep you deserve. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for more content on living a healthier, happier life. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's your biggest sleep challenge, or do you have a tip that has worked for you? Let's help each other out. Sleep well, and I'll see you in the next video.